Free your mind and listen to me as an African, not as a Christian, not as a Muslim, not as anything they told you to be, but as a child of the first soil. This is Africa you didn't know. Before the world named our gods, we already knew the source. Before the cross and the crescent, we already looked to the sky and understood there is something greater. You see, we've been told that our ancestors were pagans, idol worshippers, lost people who needed saving. But if you go deep enough into the old stories, from the Yoruba to the Zulu, from the Akan to the Igbo, you'll find they all spoke about one thing: the supreme creator. They called him Olodumare. They called him Nyami. They called him Chukwu. They called him Unkulunkulu. They called him Mulungu. Different names, same source. Africans didn't need to learn monotheism. We already lived it. Our ancestors just didn't lock the creator in a book. They saw him in the wind, in the rivers, in the thunder, in the stars. But here's where the world misunderstood us. Our reverence for ancestors was never worship, it was remembrance, a link between the living and the divine. Because if life flows from the Creator, then those who came before us, our mothers, our fathers, still carry a spark of that same breath. They are the bridge between man and God. Across Africa, the same pattern appears again and again. From the deserts of the Dinka to the forests of the Shona, nature itself was sacred. The sun wasn't just a star, it was a symbol of life. The earth wasn't just dirt, it was our mother. Balance with nature wasn't a choice, it was the law. The Egyptians called it Ma'at, truth, justice, harmony, order. But long before and long after Egypt, other nations lived by the same rhythm. Because Africans knew, when you live out of balance, chaos follows. When greed becomes a god, the land itself turns against you. Our spirituality wasn't about fear of hell or the promise of heaven. It was about alignment, being in tune with self, community, and the universe. That's why we never separated religion from science. Our priests were healers, our healers were astronomers, our astronomers were philosophers. They all studied the same thing, the code of creation. So yes, we had many tribes. Yes, we had many languages. But at the core, there was one truth, one creator. Living ancestors, sacred nature, balance as moral law, wisdom through experience. And then came division, foreign tongues that taught us to kneel differently, foreign names that made us forget the ones who first spoke to the wind. They told us to abandon our shrines, but our shrines were never against God. They were our way to God. So free your mind again. Strip the layers of history, politics, and doctrine, and ask yourself, before the missionaries, before the mosques, before the sword, before the scriptures, what did Africa believe? We believed in life. We believed in truth. We believed that every man and woman carries a spark of the Creator, and that's the code, the African code. One spirit, many names, still beating beneath our skin. This is the Dossier. One truth a day, until our history stands tall again. Follow the Dossier.